Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you are new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. But before I get into anything, I do want to say thank you guys for 30,000 subscribers. It means the world to me, and it wouldn't be possible without my hard work and you guys support. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for that. But yeah, for today's video, Pretty Diva sent me over some more of their dip powders for me to use and review for you guys. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So when I first opened up the box, I was for sure this box was empty because I didn't see the usual package for the dip powders. So this is how the packaging comes. It comes in this little cylinder packaging, and it's so cute. It was actually so intriguing to me. And then on the packaging, it has some little stars and like something that resembles the constellations. It was really pretty with the logo at the top. But before I get into the dip powders, they also sent me some stickers. This package was sent to me, I believe, around Valentine's Day, and I'm just now getting into it. That's why I always say I feel so behind, because like I'm just now getting to this package, and like I've been doing videos like basically non-stop. But here's how the stickers look. They are really pretty, and I love like how the little shadows are behind it. And something else interesting about these stickers is that they aren't like the usual stickers. These are kind of 3D. I'm not sure if you would call these like 3D stickers, but they aren't like the usual ones, and I really like that about them. So yeah, I can't wait to test those out. Now getting into the actual dip powders, I'm just going to go ahead and unbox it, show you guys what all comes in this little cylinder. So the first thing I got on top are these leaf sequin pieces, and I do believe this kit is like for the fall, so I will not be using these fall sequin leaf pieces just because it's not in season. So taking this out, it does come in like a mesh type of material. It's packaged really nice. I actually love this so much. So I'm just gonna rip down the side and expose all of the dip powders. And let me just say, when that gold color fell out, I was just like wow, because it's just so pretty. Like I love glitter, and this gold color was just so perfect. Like I just had to show you before I even took all of the rest of the colors out. Also, I really did love this simple packaging. It has the logo on the top, that gold scripper on the top. Then also another thing that I felt was really cute was the matte tops. Like it was just so pretty. I love the aesthetic of it. It comes with 4 dip powders. This one seemed to be like a clear with some little gold pieces in it. I'm gonna swatch them, so I'll get to that later. But after I took all of the dip powders out, it comes with a user manual. It's a welcome message, 1 through 8 steps, and then you're done. So if you are a beginner, I would recommend looking over this unless you are pretty confident after watching a few dip powder videos. But I'm gonna go ahead and show these dip powders. So this first one seemed to be like a clear with some little gold pieces in it, and if I'm not mistaken, they kind of look like foil pieces, like little shredded foil pieces. So I'm interested to see how that is gonna turn out on the swatch or in a nail set. So the second color is that really pretty gold, which was my absolute favorite. I love this color. It has some chunky pieces, some finer pieces. It was just so pretty. This third color is a really light pink. It almost has a light shimmer to it. The camera isn't really picking it up like I saw in person, but it's really pretty, so settled. And then the last color we have is a really bright red, and it looks really pigmented. These are 100% dip powders. You can't use them as acrylics, although I wish you could. Those are my favorite types of dip powders. So as I unboxed this dip powder set, you saw that it doesn't come with any dip liquids. So what I decided to do is just to use this kit as if I was a beginner, just purchasing the dip powders and had to like improvise. And let's just say I really wanted to use these dip powders, but I didn't have any dip liquids. I went on YouTube and seen that I can use them with base coat, so that's what I'm going to be using to swatch these dip powders with. So I have my swatches out, and I'm just going to be swatching them inside the nail. I felt like it would be easier to swatch them under the inside, that way they are a lot neater and you can see them better. So I'm starting off with this first color, which seems to be like it has some little pieces in it, and I just pressed it down to swatch it, and when I pulled it up, absolute fail. Because as you can see, like the little pieces, it has some little foil pieces and some more leaf sequin pieces, which didn't really like apply to the nail. It was sticking up, which will probably be really annoying if you were doing a full set. So since I did use base coat, it wasn't drying until I cured it. So I went ahead and wiped that off, and then I tried on top of the swatch. And I thought that would be a lot better, but I put it in there, and as you can see, another fails. So yeah, I don't know what they thought with adding these chunkier foil pieces in it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can like just kind of tap it down into the nail, but for me, I feel like that would be a little too much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue swatching these colors. I am gonna be swatching them underneath the swatch stick. It was just so satisfying swatching these colors, especially this gold. Like I keep mentioning, it's so pretty, and this was definitely my favorite. Here's the underside. It went on really well. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue swatching these dip powders. And also before I go, I did want to mention that I also love how wide these jars are. Usually dip powder jars are like so small, so narrow, you can barely fit anything inside. I really like that about these, and also they help with if you are into longer nails. So the third color is a little sheer. I did cure that since I am using base coat. I wanted to see how the second coat would look on it, and it looks a lot better. It looked more opaque. It looked more like, it just looked better overall. So yeah, using that color, you will have to do 2 coats unless the first coat is to your liking. And then last but not least, the red color. I did have some problems with this red color staining. It was really pigmented, which I really did like, but the staining is super annoying. So in the next few clips, I will put on some gloves. I did go ahead and cure those, and these are the swatches for the dip powders. So pretty. I really do love these colors, and I was honestly like interested to see how they would look with actual dip base. So I am going to take my double dip base, and I'm going to be swatching all of these colors out, just doing a little quick simple swatch on my smaller swatch stick. And here's how they turn out. If I'm honest, I do like how they look with the base coat better. They just look neater, and yeah, here they are again. I will leave this dip powder set, well, these dip powders down below. It's not a complete set. Yeah, I will leave these down below if you are interested. If I have a coupon code to link down below as well, that will also be provided. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into my design. So as always, since I don't plan on wearing these nails for long, I am going to go in with a layer of my UNT peel off base coat, and this just allows the nails to be popped off easily without damage to my nails. I allowed that to dry for a minute or two, and then I'm going in with a base coat. I'm going to apply this to all of the nails and then cure for 30 seconds. The nail tips I'm going to be using are from a brand called Das Girl. A while back they sent me 4 cases of nail tips. I haven't really used these particular nail tips only because they are like C-curve, and I'm not really comfortable with doing C-curve nails, which is why I usually go for the non-C-curve tips. But I wanted to test them out today. They are actually really good quality, so I'm going to be using them. After I picked out my sizes, I'm just going to be applying them to my nails with my KDS nail glue. And so I was having a problem getting these to stay on, because sometimes when applying the base coat, even after dehydrating my nails with some alcohol, it does they just won't stick sometimes. So I did rig up this little setup where I had my mini little flashlight onto my nail phone stand, and I pulled out my 4-in-1 base coat from Bellavina, and I just used that to cure onto my nails. And even with that, it was such a hard process because it was really hard to hold up my nails straight. I know I could have just pulled out my little beetle slide, but I always make stuff hard for myself. But eventually I did get all of the nails on, but I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys watch me struggle a few more seconds, and then I'll have all of my nail tips on. So I decided, since you guys love the shorter type nails, and since I am using dip powders, I am going to do a medium length. I know some people may consider this long, but for me it's pretty medium. And I did have to like cut down the side walls a little bit for my middle finger just because I couldn't find a nail to fit it perfectly, so I went for the bigger nail and just cut it down. And I'm just trimming the excess right there, and then I'm just gonna measure the nails, make sure they're the same length, and continue to clip down the rest. And with my hand file, I am going to go in and clean up the shape just a little bit. And then I'm also going to be filing the free edge just to get that straight before I apply any product. Okay, so when using the UNT Peel Off Base Coat, you have to be careful when filing. This happens to me a lot actually, like behind the scenes, stuff that you guys don't see in my videos. But as you can see, like the whole base coat layer and the UNT Peel Off Base Coat just popped off my nails. I mean, that's what you want it to do, but not during the filing process. So you want to be careful if you are using this. Just be careful of how much you use. You don't want to use too much because this UNT Peel Off Base Coat works really good. I did go ahead and apply another layer and another layer of base coat, cured for 30 seconds. I reapplied the nail and I'm just going to be finishing up shaping the nail tips. After I did that, I do go in with the sanding band and my nail drill and just remove the shine from the nails. Okay, so moving on to the dip powder application. I didn't show it on camera, but over the nail tips, I did go over the nails and my natural nail with a layer base coat just to protect my natural nails and give it a little bit more strength. And I decided to use the base coat to apply these dip powders. I picked out the 3 colors. The only color I didn't use was the clear with the foil pieces in it. That color was just not gonna work for me. So I'm starting off with the pinky and I'm adding a layer of the base coat, and you can use any base coat. I just make sure to apply the layer evenly to my nails, making sure to get every spot because you don't want to have like missing spots that will create some indents. And then after my base coat layer, I just dip my nails into the jar just as you would doing the regular dip process. And what I do like about using the base coat with dip powders is that you have so much time to fix the nail. It doesn't dry unless you cure it, so you have time to go around the cuticle area and make sure it's not cured to your skin. If you mess up, you can just wipe it off and restart. So I feel like using the base coat is more beginner friendly. In my older dip powder videos, like the first few that I did, I used the dip base and I did have some problems with like lumps and everything, so it just dried too fast on me, or either I'd hit my nail and it just create bumps and stuff, and I just have to go over that with layer and layer, and it just becomes very bumpy, which makes the filing process a lot longer. So if you are struggling with the dip base when using the dip powder system, I would recommend using the base coat. It's just a lot easier. As you can see, it does go on pretty smooth. Of course, you would have to add a few more layers to build up your lichen, or if you are encapsulating with clear, you know, do what you're gonna do. But I feel like using the base coat works a lot better, and it just go by super smooth when I use it. I have no problems using it. And if I'm honest, I do think this is a lot better than the dip base because it just dries way too quickly. The process went by really fast, and I already have my first layer of this first color that I'm gonna do. Even though I did cure these, it's cured to the actual base coat. I didn't want to contaminate my base coat, so I did make sure to wipe that off. And then I'm gonna go back in with another layer of this really pretty light shimmery pink. And now we have the second layer, and this is all I'm going to do. I'm just going to work on getting the foundation color. Just like the acrylic, you just want to make sure that you have the foundation down first. And I'm going to go on to the next nails. So my middle finger, I'm going to do the red color, and my ring finger, I'm going to do the gold. Just repeating that same process, making sure to cover the entire nail, wiping around my cuticle area and my skin before I cure, and then also making sure there are no lumps. Just watching this video back as I'm editing is so satisfying, like watching these dip powders apply to my nail. Like, they are so smooth, and honestly I feel like this is my best dip powder application video, if I'm honest. I went ahead and cured that. I dust off the first layer. I'm gonna go back in with the red and gold glitter just like I did my other one, just to kind of build up that color just a little bit. And here we have it. All of my nails, my foundation colors are down, and I'm loving this so far. It was so easy. But you know what? I feel like these are too plain, so we're gonna add some nail art decorations to spice this nail set. For the nail art decorations, I'm gonna go in with those red stickers that they also sent me. Then I'm also gonna go in with these hearts I've been waiting to use for the longest time since I purchased these. I forgot where I purchased these. Of course, I'll think of it later. I will have it linked down below if I remember to, but I'm gonna be using these gold hearts and also these red sticker hearts, and I'm just gonna be applying them to the pink shimmery nails. Although now I do have these on the nail and they don't look too pinkish like it did before. It kind of looks more of like a nude color, which I'm not mad at either. Either way, it still looks pretty good to me. So I did go in with some base coat, and I'm just going to be applying 3 of these little metal heart pieces onto the nail. For some of them, I did have to bend it just a little bit so that it fits better on the nail. And after I pushed them around on the nail, getting the placement to my liking, I did flash cure them with my mini flashlight. I'm going to be repeating that same process on my pinky and thumb. And then after I go in with the metal hearts, I'm going to be doing the same exact thing to the same exact nails with the red heart stickers. These 3D heart stickers was very fun to work with. They felt kind of squishy. I don't know how to explain it, but when I put it on the nail, you kind of see me like squishing it down. And it was just really fun to put on the nail. It was actually very satisfying for me. And now that I'm done adding on my hearts, this is what the nail is looking like. Now we have to encapsulate the nails. So to encapsulate the nails, I'm going to be using my Gershon clear poly gel. The last time I used it, it wasn't too bad. And I know like this kit didn't come with a clear dip powder. I didn't have like a clear dip powder to use either, and so I just wanted to make it a little bit easier on myself and just use some poly gel. It's not typical people use like two different systems to do your nails, but where's the rule book saying you can't use two different types of systems to do your nails? You can experiment and do whatever you want, just as long as you find something that works for you. So it worked for me. I'm just going to be encapsulating all of my nails with this Gershon clear poly gel. I think I used a little bit too much poly gel when trying to encapsulate the nails, but I did use a lot just because I wanted to make sure the gold metal pieces are like encapsulated. Here's how they look once I finish. They look terrible. So yeah, I did go ahead and do my filing off camera. This filing took so long, and only because I wanted to make sure that I really took my time and filed these right so that they weren't lumpy or thick or anything. I think the filing time was worth it though, because the nails came out really nice. You can see where I filed through some of the heart pieces. The colors start to come off the red stickers, and I filed through a little bit of the metal parts, but from a distance I don't think it's that noticeable. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my top coat to the nails. I didn't want to add any charms, so I just left it like this, and applying the top coat was so satisfying. I just think everything is satisfying. Sorry if I keep repeating myself, but it's just really nice, and I'm just really proud of this dip powder set, to be honest. And here's the finished set. I love how these turned out. I really love how this design is like so simple, but it's just so cute. Since I did those short nails using the Long Hair Pretty Nails patty gel, I've just been loving the shorter nail looks, especially when it's the square shape. Like anything else I feel like look weird on me, but I really do love these short squares. For these dip powders, I think these colors are absolutely stunning. I really love how pigmented that red is, but you do get a little bit of staining when you're working with it. I absolutely love that gold. It's just so pretty and glittery. So I will have everything that I use, also these dip powders, down below, along with my discount codes if I have one for it. Comment down below your thoughts and opinion on this nail set, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.